do have Monday Night Raw. Not too much advertised for it, but there is one match we want to talk about in the breakdown here, and also a new format for Raw. And let's start right there. It's 2 hours, my friend.
Yeah, they're starting before they go to Netflix. This Monday's episode of Raw will be 2 hours with commercials. So we're going to see a lot less filler matches, and I'm all for it. Just keep it moving. I think it's going to be a great change. It's long overdue. I'm scared that they're going to have SmackDown go to 3 hours to compensate. We'll see what happens. They probably will, because it's a USA Network thing. They want that ad revenue. It's business. Yeah. But I'm excited because Raw doesn't need to be 3 hours. No wrestling show needs to be really over 3 hours, even a pay-per-view. I don't care how many damn good wrestling matches you have. At 3 hours, I'm done. So like, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm with pay-per-views, man. I know it's going to be 4 hours. Yeah. I am locked in for 4 hours. That's my magic number with pay-per-views. It's a 4-hour epic, and regular TV should be 2, not 2 in an overrun. Tony Khan, 2 hours. Yeah. That's what I think it should be.
Yeah, but I'm excited about it, and not on Bad Blood. On next Monday night's Raw, Gunther will be defending his World Heavyweight Championship against Sami Zayn. Zayn's been trying to get this match for months. Gunther finally accepted it last week after Zayn just said, "You're afraid of me. I'm the only person to beat you. You're afraid of me. You're a coward." And Gunther snapped and finally accepted it. So that's the build for this match. It's a match we've already seen, but they have Bad Blood. I feel like that would fit perfectly on the premium live event, but I'm excited. It'll be a good wrestling match, but it's one of those matches where how excited can you be when you know who's winning? There's not even a doubt. There's no way Sami Zayn's winning the World Heavyweight Championship. I would be shocked. I don't know I don't know how I'd react if they took the title off Gunther this soon. But yeah, Sami Zayn versus Gunther, and I'm just predicting Gunther's going to win. But I'm excited to see it. I just wish it was on the pay-per-view. It would feel more important.
What? I mean, this isn't going to happen because every time we predict it to happen, it doesn't happen. That's because it's a special moment, and it's something that once you replicate it, you can't replicate it for another 17 years. But if I saw this Gunther and Sami Zayn match, even though we're selling it as the big match here, I really want to see Gunther pull a Brock Lesnar on John Cena on Sami Zayn here and absolutely murder the man.
That would be great. Because Sami Zayn,
because Gunther to me,
go ahead.
That's the rocket ship, and Sami Zayn is fine. But Gunther to me is the rocket ship, man. And if you want to make this title reign matter to make him as scary as possible, the ring general, as we call him, just have him absolutely murder somebody.
You're so right.
That's what I would want to do. But I do think Gunther wins.
Yeah, you're so right. Sorry to interrupt, but Sami Zayn's also like one of the incredible seller. He makes you think he's going to die every time he gets hit with the move. He's a great at it. He can make Gunther look like the biggest star in the industry on Monday. If that were the case, and they did that, the Brock Lesnar John Cena match, I like that idea a lot.
Because we've already, as you said, Sami Zayn's beaten Braun Breaker. He's beaten Gunther.
Yeah.
Like, what more can we have him do? You know what I mean? Like, how much bigger can we build Sami Zayn? A guy that I don't believe can beat Gunther or Braun Breaker, even though I've seen it with my own eyes. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Speaking of Braun Breaker, though, before we move on from Raw, I do want to talk about Braun. He essentially turned babyface when he came up to Jay and gave him a handshake after beating Jay. And to me, we were going to talk about this turn in another part on the show, but to me, this means something because Braun Breaker is, when you look at him, he's a natural heel, okay? And he's an absolute athletic, just unbelievable figure in the wrestling ring, and will be the next star of WWE. I am so excited to see this sort of babyface turn by him because even though it doesn't fit him right away, the best wrestlers play both, and that's how they have the longevity in their career. Every single wrestler has had a babyface and a heel run, unless you're Roman Reigns until just recently. But Braun Breaker, if we can see him as a babyface on the good guy's side, I'm really excited to see the next level of this kid's career. He's so young.
Yeah.
It's just the beginning for him. We have seen him as far as we can go right now with this athletic heel. You know, he's too exciting to not make a babyface. The merch that you could sell with these guys, I think WWE sees him and sees dollar signs. And so I thought this was a really pivotal moment in Braun Breaker's wrestling persona that we are now seeing the other side of him, and I hope it continues. Did that seek any excitement out of you, or did you sort of see it as he's babyface now?
Well, my whole issue with it was, like we talked about, he Braun Breaker lost to Sami Zayn and then finally won the Intercontinental Championship at SummerSlam, and now he's already lost it.
And we wanted to see that forever. Yeah, we wanted to see him have that title forever.
I wanted him to have like a Gunther reign. Like I wanted to do the same formula with Braun Breaker that they're doing now. I wanted them to do that with Gunther. I wanted to do with Braun Breaker. I stumble all over my words. My apologies. But yeah, Braun Breaker, I agree with you on the marketing thing. I never really even thought of it from that angle, but you're right, because he is very exciting. The crowd wants to bark. You could already see Jey Uso in that promo getting the crowd barking for Breaker. He likes to, so yeah, you're right. There's tons of potential for him to be a huge baby face or a huge heel. I just thought the whole Intercontinental Championship reign was just rushed and weird. And once again, they didn't have that title match at a pay-per-view. And it was a big match.
I get that.
So it just felt like but they felt rushed. I feel like they changed their mind about what they want to do with Braun Breaker during this title reign. So that's what I get out of this. And now he's a babyface, and he's got to be a star. Whatever, they can't ruin him. That he's one guy that his talent is just undeniable. So we'll see where it goes.
That's why I think this matters. This babyface turn matters, because I truly think this is like a sign that we believe in this guy. Because listen, he's not the same wrestler, but we saw Baron Corbin for a long time go as far as he could as a heel.
Yeah.
And then he just kept on moving down the pecking order because they never did anything with the character. And now he's done a million different things in between, but he reached his peak and came back down. We saw it with Rusev, reached his peak and came back down, even though people were clamoring for Rusev Day, clamoring for him to turn babyface. It never happened. But now that we see Braun Breaker reach his peak as this level of a heel, could he be a bigger heel? Of course. But right now we've it's all about, riding to the mountaintop. We've seen him reach the top of that peak, and now is the time that they switch him to babyface. I think it's only going to extend him further upward and keep him at the top of the card with new people to face off with. I don't know in a wrestling match how you make that guy be the babyface and take all the heat until he builds up a comeback. But hey, smarter wrestling bookers than me have built him before. So I'm excited to see it, man. I truly think this is a huge sign of faith in his career in WWE, and I'm excited to see the future of it. But that is it for the Monday Night Raw